What F1 bosses think about Max Verstappen. Love him or hate him, the 24-year-old Belgian Dutch Max Verstappen has made Formula One exciting again, as he finally broke the monopoly of a single team dominating for almost an entire decade. Almost everyone has acknowledged his talent and aggressiveness on the track, and he has earned respect from other teams. What do the F1 team's bosses think about Max Verstappen, who is now looking to add another championship victory to his name? Join us in today's video to find out. Franz Tost. Franz Tost, the AlphaTauri's boss, was Max Verstappen's first team principal in Formula One, and he has nothing but high praise for Max Verstappen. He explains how he has all the boxes ticked when it comes to traits and characteristics which are found in an excellent driver. Talking to RacingNews365.com, he said Max Verstappen is talented, passionate, and above all a disciplined driver. First of all, it's talent, and whether it's Vettel or Ricciardo, or it's any other driver, they have the talent, and Max especially as well. For a second, and this is very important, that's the passion. Max is really pushing very hard. In his leisure time, he is doing these e-races online. He does everything just to be prepared, and he likes it. Simply, he likes the competition, and that's important, the competition with the car. And the third is discipline. He understood from the beginning. I think that's a sign of the good education he faced with his father Jos. That without discipline and without hard work, you don't have any chance. And then he's also innovative to find possibilities and ways to improve his side, but also the car and team. From all the drivers that I've worked with, he is really on a very high level for all these different topics, and that's decisive. His comments about Max are very specific because he has watched him closely throughout his career. His performance in Formula 3 European Championship convinced Tost that he was something special, and the big push he got at the age of 16 in a test at Adria near Toro Rosso's base in Faenza got him his first big breakthrough in Formula 1 with Red Bull. Mattia Binotto. The 17-year-old became the youngest driver ever to compete in Formula 1, and he quickly started to get his name in the record books. He won the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix on his debut for Red Bull, becoming the first ever driver to do so in Formula 1 Grand Prix. And last year, he won his career's first ever championship in an epic battle with Lewis Hamilton in Abu Dhabi, and became the first Dutch driver to win the Formula 1 World Championship. Before their battle in Abu Dhabi, the team's bosses expressed their views on Max Verstappen as he was preparing to battle the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. Mattia Binotto said, "They are two extraordinary drivers and very talented. One has already shown it and the other has undisputed speed from everything he has shown. I also cheer for Max because I think it is good for the sport to break the status quo. Max is a fantastic driver. He is very talented as well. He's very fast. I think he is a good boy." After winning the championship, Max Verstappen bagged another accolade as he was voted by all the team bosses as the best driver of 2021 with 213 points, leaving Lewis Hamilton behind in the second spot by 21 points. This goes to show his caliber, which has been proven by his consistent performance. Christian Horner. His team's boss, Christian Horner, holds him in high esteem. His performance at Toro Rosso impressed him and landed him the opportunity to drive for Red Bull. After signing him to the team, Horner was very optimistic about Max, as he said, "Max has proven to be an outstanding young talent. His performance at Toro Rosso has been impressive so far, and we are pleased to give him the opportunity to drive for Red Bull Racing." That was before Max started to grab everyone's attention. After winning his championship and looking to add another championship to his name, Max Verstappen has signed a massive deal with Red Bull and is set to remain the leading driver of the team till 2028. After the massive win in 2021, Horner claimed that Max was the best driver in the world, and he told TalkSport he's right up there. You've got to remember the car is a big factor in what we do, and with Lewis before he went to Mercedes, he had won one championship, and since he's been at Mercedes, he's won another 6 in this hybrid era. If we can give Max a car, then I think currently he is the best driver in the world, and I think that at such a young age he's got so much ahead of him, and it's down to us that we give him the tools to be able to really realize that talent. Explaining what makes Max different from other drivers he has worked with and his qualities on his recent visit to Cambridge Union, Horner said, "Max is much more simplistic. He just has this very raw talent and he's the hungriest driver I've ever come across. He just wants to win. Every lap he's going to give you 110%, and he demands the same from the team." He even went on to say that Max was more talented than Sebastian Vettel and believes that only if he has the right car in his hand, he could very well win multiple championships with Red Bull. Max has more talent. He is like a lion when he is in the car. He never gives up. Never, Horner told Autobild. He has a crazy fighting spirit, and in fact, he reminds me of Sebastian in some ways. Even the way he gets into the car reminds me of him. He is still a young guy, younger than Seb when he came to us, but he is becoming an adult driver and man. There's no guarantee, but he has all the skills you need to become a multiple champion. The next generation with drivers like Leclerc and Max will give us a lot of pleasure. Toto Wolff. After a thrilling battle between Red Bull and Mercedes last year, Toto Wolff congratulated Max Verstappen on his victory. Toto sent me a text saying congratulations on the season. I deserve to win it, said Verstappen. That was nice of him, of course. Emotions ran very high through the last lap from both sides of both teams. Not only that, but Toto Wolff went on to say that Max Verstappen is highly likely to win another championship this season as he has an improved car. Last year, Max drove a worse car and won the title. Now he has the fastest car. Everything is easier for him. The pendulum is swinging in his favor. However, Toto Wolff did not want only Max to get all the attention because another youngster on his team is also performing well, as he said in an interview with Motorsport.com. Max is definitely a fantastic star for the future, but he's not alone, as he named George Russell and Hamilton in the mix as the best driver in Formula One, which is not surprising because he is not going to say that his drivers are not as good as others. The young drivers are indeed performing very well, and Max Verstappen may have an advantage over them as his car is the best car on the track this season. Charles Leclerc is another prospect who had an amazing start to the season. George Russell has also been consistent with the car, which Hamilton has struggled with throughout this season, and there are many other younger drivers on the track in Formula One, which is good for the future of the sport. And by the looks of it, Max Verstappen is set to dominate the sport for the time to come.